This is Michael.
This is John.
And this is Miles Offit. Today, we're going to be talking about Bournemouth.
AJ Wood, let me hold that beat.
John.
Bournemouth.
They were second in the championship last year. 25, 13, and 8. 2 points behind Fulham, who won it. They got some strengths. They got some weaknesses. Why don't you tell us their strengths?
Dom, dom, dee, dom, 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 Solanke. Yeah, experienced youth. I think that's an oxymoron, but Michael wrote that in here. 40-plus matches played for all. Dom Solanke, 29 goals, 7 assists. Their goalkeeper, Travers, he is 22 years old. A .89 goal per 90 rating. Pretty freaking good. 77% save percentage and 20 clean sheets. I want to say that led the championship. Their center back, Lloyd Kelly, he's 22, 41 interceptions. Their center mid, Philip Billing, he's 25, 10 goals, 10 assists, 47 tackles, 1. And then they have a left wing, Jaden Anthony. He's 21 years old, 8 goals, 6 assists. They got good-ass youth. They got a lot of players that are young, that are playing big minutes and actually making a huge impact. Michael even said top 10 players, they're 26 years or younger. And then they also have a few other prospects that have a lot of upside that can help them out with this brand new endeavor into the Premier League. Their left wing, right wing, Morgan Rogers, he's 19. And then a right back, Ethan Laird, which is a great name for a defensive player, just Laird.
Laird.
Like lard.
But Laird.
Laird, lard, whatever. He's 20 years old. He's going to be playing some right back. They're young, but they're good.
They're real good. Also, they might be 1 year older than all that because I think that was at the beginning of the season. But still pretty young. Doesn't matter. Where they're weak at. Maybe a little controversial here. Maybe a little, what are you talking about? Youth. That's also a weakness. Many players first time in the Premier League or their first shot starting on the Prem. I know for a fact Dom Solanke, this is really his first big chance to lead the team into the Premier League. He's the guy. They also lost Cahill, who would at least given them some experience coming up. Obviously pretty old, but out with the old.
Very old.
Yes, very old. Out with the old, in with the new. That's pretty much it though. Other than just that one thing, they're a really exciting team. They made that late push towards the end of the championship season. I think Fulham kind of took the pedal, took their foot off the pedal a little bit, but 88 points still pretty damn good. John, where should they be buying at?
All right, so who have they already brought in? They already brought in Joe Rothwell. He's a center mid. He's 27 years old. Again, still under 30. These are this has to be their approach in the transfer market moving forward, and it's a good one. And they've also brought in right back Ryan Fredericks. He's 29. They could have Stacey and Fredericks at both wing backs positions, and then at left back they can also play Zamora, who's 21. He may not be good enough to get some time, and then Laird could step in as well. But those are the two guys that they brought in so far. Where else they need to start looking? Center back. They got to replace Cahill. He played a lot of minutes for them. Their link with Nat Phillips, he was there on loan last year, performed really, really well. Sometimes it's really good for teams to get a player that they're already familiar with. So that's where... Is that the only place they need to be looking? Is that all we found? Center back?
Listen, I'm telling you, Fredericks, West Ham guy, gives him that a little bit of experience at 29 for the Premier League. He can come in at the wing-back position. Joe Rothwell, they didn't lose anybody really either. Joe Rothwell can play some center mid, 27 years old as well. Really, it's just center back. I think they actually have a lot of guys that are still playing and that played a lot of minutes for them. It's really just going to be how they perform. I don't think they want to blow the team up. I think that, like we said last episode with Fulham, I think that approach to blowing up the team is not a good one. Unless you find a guy that really works for you. I kind of like just heading in there with the youth they have.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it's funny that the one that got him to the dance, the youth, is also the one that can get him off the floor.
100%.
The youth as well. I like who... If they're only going for center back, I love who you picked.
Oh.
I love A FIFA legend. A FIFA
absolute legend.
FIFA legend, and this is why some people hate the Premier League. They have so much more money than every other league.
Go
do things like
go
this.
do capitalism, assholes. Come on, free market.
Those are the same people that love buying shit at Walmart or some shit. I don't fucking know. I love that we live in a world where Bournemouth can get Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. I love it. I love it.
I will say this. I think Jonathan Tah has, if you're looking at FIFA potential, if you're going on looking at the potential, like 2 years ago, he was like an 88 potential, right? Which is like, he was linked with Bayern. He was linked with everybody. I think he's simmered down a little bit the longer he stayed at Bayer Leverkusen. But I love just the idea. What is he, like 6'5"? He's a big guy. I would personally, if it was me and I was Bournemouth, I would get Nat Phillips and Jonathan Tah.
Bolster it. If that's your
I really would.
Both.
I really would. I would sit there. They have Jefferson Lerma in the center defensive mid. They have Lewis Cook. They got Solanke up top. They have the Billings guys, a center mid, led the team in tackles won.
Yeah.
They got so many exciting players that I think they want to say, go out there and do it. You need that a little bit of that excitement, but you also need a little bit of that when you start losing. Who's going to come in there? Boom. Ryan Fredericks. Hey, motherfuckers, I've been here. West Ham. You know how depressing it was when I was there?
Yep.
I know how to
depressing.
I know how to steady the ship. I think that's what they need. I think
imagine being down 4-0 and still seeing bubbles everywhere. What the fuck?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? That's
mental
like
toughness.
Yeah,
mental toughness out the ass.
And he's gonna bring it. And Lewis Cook. I mean, Lewis Cook was there. I think that's Lewis Cook. I'm pretty sure that's who I'm thinking about. He was there when they were in the Premier League last. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit, but they need some experience. They need some center back help.
I love it. Center back, they need to be on their J. Cole. Get Nat Phillips, get Jonathan Tah. Why do I have to choose between this one and that one? Then I know that I can have both. They need to be on that shit. Jonathan Tah in the Premier League is just every road to glory that I've ever done
100%
on FIFA, like coming true. I just need it to happen. We mentioned in the Fulham thing, I want to see Ox at Fulham. I need to see Jonathan Tah at Bournemouth just being a fucking big boy beast at center back. Michael, you're so excited about all of this youth, about all of these players coming in. Where do you got these guys finishing? It's hilarious.
All right, I said last episode that I will limit myself to 3 positions. I think I put underneath this too. This is the team I'm most interested in because of their youth. I think if their youth, flies early on, kind of like Brentford did. But the problem was Brentford isn't a lot of youth. It was just a lot of tough, experienced guys playing like an organized way. So it's not really the same in that respect. I think it's going to be. I think they could finish 13th, but I also think they could be dead last. So I'm gonna try to use my head a little bit here. Keep myself to 3 positions, 17th to 19th. I think they're probably gonna get relegated, but I don't know.
My answer's easy. If you get Tah, you're 15th. Get Tah, you're 15th. If you don't get Tah, you're 19th.
Jonathan Tah is 5 Premier League positions.
Jonathan Tah is 5 Premier League positions worth of distance. I don't know. I looked at this team when we started setting up like the notes that we take or the notes that you take and the information we're going to use on this, and I was excited about this team. Mostly, again, because of the youth, because they have some names and some people that I'm like, damn, I really want to see them like play well and go off. This is what I hate about being a Man City fan, is because I actually really like former Liverpool players too. I love Dom Solanke. Again, loaned him in on FIFA multiple times, just scored bangers for me. I love Dom Solanke. I want them to do well. I want to see Jonathan Tah there. Their jerseys, their home kits, fucking sick. Real sick.
Oh, are they?
I love to see it. Yeah, I think they're dope. I mean, but I have an interesting. Look, I'm wearing them. Don't trust my choice of.
I like stripes. I like stripes.
Yeah, but they're lightning stripes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking so cool, dude.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so 15th if they get Ta, 19th if they don't. If you don't want to get relegated, get Jonathan Ta.
Yeah.
Homies.
Also, the other thing, too, we can get back to this and just kind of going into where we think they're going to finish. If those, like I was saying before, that's why they have such an upside, and that's why it's such a weakness. Their strength is their weakness, John. That's why it's such a big range, and I can't help that, you know? If Ethan Laird, Morgan Rogers, Anthony had a good year, 8 goals, 6 assists, like you said. Billing is a good guy. Lloyd Kelly. If all those guys perform well, it's gonna matter immensely how they start off the year. If they start off the year hot, they'll be fine, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Can you start off the year with points? A couple of points. Not the first game. Not even really the second game. Within those first month and a half, 2 months, are you getting some points? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be key. And then the other thing is gonna be, with the season being weirdly structured and condensed this year, with the World Cup being in Christmas time, like this team is going to lose 7 games in a row at some point. No, it's for real. This team is going to lose 7 games in a row at some point.
Probably.
How do you not lose the 8th? How do you not lose the 9th? Yeah. How do you get points? Like, that's all that matters. This team, like, Fulham's going to do the same thing. We should have mentioned that on the last one. Fulham's going to do the same thing. This team, in the middle of the season, is going to go through a losing streak. How do you end it? How do you keep it at 4 games? How do you keep it at 5 games? Not 7, not 8, not 10.
Right.
Like, that's what they need to be thinking about, too. So, 15. Just get them.
Just get Jonathan. Listen, I will also say this. This is the second episode. If any of our... I'm saying it right now. I'm not going to look at rumors like Nat Phillips obviously like is linked with them. Nico Williams is linked with Fulham. I'm not going to sit here and go, well, I think they should get Nat Phillips because it's like the prediction that everyone's saying. I'm going to pick who I think, if any of that ever comes true, if they ever go and get a guy that I said to get, Sky Sports, ESPN.
This is the only American-based soccer football show, soccer show that is saying Jonathan Ta.
It's Jonathan Ta to Bournemouth.
We're the only ones.
Please.
We're the only ones.
Oh my God,
I'll cry. Trending.
I'll cry.
Get it trending. Like and subscribe, share.
Like and subscribe if you want Jonathan Ta to go to Bournemouth.
Absolutely. And then below, tell us who your Jonathan Ta is. Who did you always sign for FIFA? That's who we did.
Jonathan Ta. And Nicholas Sewell.
Jonathan Ta. Absolutely, Nicholas Sewell. Then you get Dami on a fucking loan when you're in the championship or in League One. It's over.
You win every time.
You know how many Plymouth Argyle goals Dom Solanke has? He's a legend there.
He's like 400 Plymouth Argyle goals.
God damn.
40 season for 10 years.
All right, get him. Ta, we're out.
Hey, Wood, let me hold that beat.